Hey everybody, welcome back to the Luke Roxwell podcast. This is the 5th episode, and today I am here with Michael,
Hey.
Brent,
Hello.
Shane,
What's up?
and John.
Hello.
How's everybody
I
doing?
keep forgetting that I want to say aloha instead of hey. I never do.
Aloha.
Just to be a little bit different.
It's too late now.
Well, nice try. How's everybody doing? How was your week?
It's all right.
I'm doing good.
I made it to
Stressful.
today.
Yeah, that's true. Survived till today. Yeah, pretty stressful.
I've been like randomly sick, and I'm just finally getting over it. But it was crazy. Like only my left tonsil hurts now. Before my whole face hurt. So
Did you
Good
have,
progress.
like, a cold?
I had like a flu, or like strep throat, or mono, or a cold. I had something crazy.
So it went from your face to your throat.
It was like my whole body. I had like a really crazy fever. I was working
Oh, wow.
outside, like moving like giant refrigerators, and I had a fever and like
Sorry.
tons of phlegm. My throat hurt.
Just thinking about it because you're like, I got a cold for moving for refrigerators.
For moving refrigerators. I mean, it makes sense.
You got mono from the fridge.
Actually, I don't know if I want to start this, but I do have a funny story about how I got mono for the first time.
Okay, go for it.
Go for
Because
it.
we have our topics that I think everyone kind of knows
Go
what we're
for
going to
it.
talk about. So, like, how did you get mono? Did you get it from a freezer?
No, so I got mono from the pastor's son at the church I grew up at.
Whoa.
So at this point, neither of us had ever kissed.
Controversial.
Neither of us had ever kissed a girl or a guy for that matter. I
Wait.
literally just drank after him, and he happened to have mono, and I got
Wow.
mono. So like I was on my senior trip. We went snowboarding. I had mono. It was crazy.
What is,
But
there
it was-
seems to be a
it was the
thing
funniest
because
thing.
oh sorry, okay, well, everyone I know that has gotten mono, it was always on some church trip. Every
This is
wait,
just
wait.
in my church.
It's just like so. Anyway, so you got it from. I didn't actually understand what happened.
Yeah, do you got mono from the pastor's son?
Yeah, I just drank Pepsi after him.
Oh,
Then I got mono, and then I went. on
Oh,
a
that's way
snowboarding
different
trip.
than I thought would happen.
That's what I said.
was
Neither of us had
confused. I was
kissed
like, wait.
any girls or any guys at this point. We just somehow got mono through the most boring way
So
ever.
did he have mono?
Yeah, he had mono. I don't
Clearly.
know if he had mono at that time, but he had it
How'd
at
he
some
get
point.
mono?
I don't
Did he
know.
kiss
Yeah.
another pastor's
How'd he
son?
get mono?
I should text him right now and ask if I can get an update.
Please do. Yeah.
I'm
Like-
going to.
I'd like to know.
I'm doing it. Anyway,
So you got it, and then
But-
you went on the trip, and you were sick snowboarding. You got a cold.
yeah. It was so sick, like in every way.
It's like I was sick,
So,
and it was
so
sick.
cringy.
How hig'd you
It
get
was
your
so sick,
multiplier
it was
when you
sick.
snowboarded down the mountain?
I had an 18 multiplier, so I did like
Okay.
a board slide on this rail and got like 80,000
Pretty good.
points at one time.
Did you collect all the items on the way
Yep.
down? Okay.
But actually,
Pretty good.
I skateboarded like since I was 11, so snowboarding came pretty easily. But the first time I went on the Black Diamond Hill, I didn't know how to not the Black Diamond Hill, the Bunny Hill. I didn't know how to stop yet, and somehow
That's
I got
way
so
less
fast.
aggressive.
I like slid across the whole parking lot and hit the building.
Awesome.
And then by the second day I was on the Black Diamond Hill. It wasn't that bad, but it was super fun.
That actually,
Black Diamond
apparently
Hill.
that's how a lot of people get hurt because they, especially guys, because we kind of get excited and we're like, "Hey, I'm really good at this. I can go super fast," and then they go on the Black Diamond and they crash.
Hold
didn't
my
really get
beer.
hurt.
Watch this.
I didn't really get hurt that bad or anything. I fell a couple times, but not any more than I would. doing
What
anything
is it
else.
that makes? I've always heard Black Diamond. Is it just like the degree that the hill goes down, or like the length of the hill? What is it?
The
think
snow is
they
made out
just-
of diamonds.
It's
from Africa?
Yeah.
No,
Black Diamonds.
oh my god.
they just it's just a level of difficulty. Like you go to an amusement park and they'll have like it's like 3 symbols, like it's how scary it is, or whatever. It's just how steep and twisty it is, like
Okay.
all the combined factors that make a hill difficult.
Did they
It
have
means it's
that?
rough and tough like a
Did,
diamond.
did they have that at Busch Gardens? Like the ratings
Yeah.
for how scary the
Yeah, they
mazes
did.
were?
Yeah, they have diamonds or like pumpkins or something.
Yeah, how much of a baby you were.
Like they should do it in babies, like 3 babies. If you are 3 babies, you are not able to go on this maze.
You need to be older than 6 months.
Older than 5 babies.
Ooh, there you go.
If you add all of their ages together, you have to be older than that for this to be okay.
I weigh 200 babies. It's a lot of babies.
That's a lot
How
of
much
babies.
does a baby weigh?
It
Depends.
depends on the
Depends.
baby.
Oh
Mike.
man, if a baby weighed 5 pounds,
It's a lot of baby.
that's
Yeah, it's a lot. Of
a lot of you.
Wait, aren't most babies born like at least around 7 pounds?
Yeah,
A
average.
healthy baby is like 6 to 8, I think.
It's 5 pounds is a small baby.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
on the
that's
low
so-
end.
That's only a little bit of baby.
Yeah,
Only a little bit of baby.
So if you weighed 200 babies, you're 1,000 pounds. If of
it
small
happens.
babies,
If it's a
There's
small
TV
baby.
shows about them. There's TV shows about those people.
it's funny though
My
because
friend just
They
got
are,
a baby.
and They're
oh,
very
so no, I was gonna
entertaining.
say my cousin just had a baby. Like this
Well,
morning.
friend is
now,
welcome.
now
Congratulations.
she weighs
Morning,
less,
cousin.
baby.
She lays one baby less.
She is one less baby.
What's one less baby?
Well, she does. She's she's a little bit lighter now.
Is it a boy or a girl?
It was a girl. I hope.
Cool.
You hope.
You hope.
I hope because I just said it was a girl, and
He hopes he's right.
Well, she's starting her Pokemon adventure now, so you have to be sure you pick the right
You
gender.
get. You get.
Yeah. My friend just bought a baby.
what?
Bought the
adopted one.
baby.
Oh,
they adopted the baby.
okay.
I was
He
gonna
keeps
say,
saying-
whoa, what kind of
he
illegal
keeps
trade?
He keeps going, check out this baby I bought.
There was someone talking about that with dogs, where people are like, "Oh, I rescued a dog." It's like, no, you just got a dog for free. You're just cheap. Okay, you didn't rescue anybody. You
Whoa,
just picked them
man.
up.
Wait,
Those dogs
whoa,
need love,
whoa, wait a
too.
minute. No. Wait,
Luke's attacking like the helpers of the world.
I apologize.
you
people
are
out there
rescuing
that
a dog.
Rescue
If
dogs.
if
What?
you take her from a shelter, you are rescuing the dog, Luke. That's how it works.
From what?
From
can get
not
put
having
down.
a home. It's
can
put
get
in a
put
cage,
down.
Rescue.
and they eventually get
rescuing
put
him.
down if no one adopts them.
You're
So
rescuing
isn't
them
that the
from
same
not being
thing
with
if you
anybody.
adopt a child? You rescue.
Yeah.
have no
Well-
home, you
Did they
rescue
rescue
them.
Except
a
they make it-
child?
So,
They're
Dude.
less likely to kill the baby
You
than they are
adopt
to
a
kill the
child.
dog.
You adopt a
Okay.
child and you rescue a dog.
But you're kind of rescuing them from
okay.
not having a
Rescue a
family.
child.
first
Damn.
off, when a child gets too old, they just are now an adult that doesn't have anyone that loves them. A dog that doesn't get rescued goes to sleep forever. Like,
I
it's
think that-
totally different.
I think
So-
the first one's worse. I think it's worse to be
yeah,
an
man,
adult that nobody
we've talked
loves.
so much about
It
sweet
is.
release. Like,
That's true.
dog just gets to. That's. Yeah, I'm talking about dead dogs. This is not
No. A dog's one wish in life is to have a family and make them happy. Rescue the dog, Luke.
good. Obviously, that's not a human's wish. Humans don't want families.
No.
No. Shane.
My wish is to not die and get a robot body. That's my.
I wish I could get a robot body.
When a robot
Oh
body.
man, he's so good. See where the future goes.
See, wait, what?
Don't worry.
See
I
where
just
the
live
future
forever.
goes.
Oh, the
See where you
future.
live
I
forever.
thought you said where Beaker goes, like that Muppet guy. Yeah. I was like,
Yep.
I'm pretty sure he
Muppets.
just stays in the television.
Yeah. Yep. Muppet.
No, he has someone's
his home.
hand inside him.
Ew.
He's a Muppet. He's got
Maybe
someone's
maybe
hand
that's
in
the
him.
thing. I think Muppets.
He has someone that loves him.
Muppets
Yep.
are the ones that need to be rescued.
Yeah.
See,
All that abuse.
if you-
Show me on the puppet where the
That's
hand
right,
touches.
if I took a puppet away from somebody and just put it in a box, did I rescue or adopt that puppet?
It
You
depends.
didn't
Is this
adopt
Toy
'cause
Story?
there's no
Did they come back to
paperwork.
life? Like,
Did you say you adopt it because there's no paperwork?
No, you didn't adopt it.
Oh.
And you didn't do any paperwork.
You know, I think
You
Adopting a
you
baby?
kidnapped the puppet.
Oh yeah, it's called
think it-
kidnapping.
You puppet.
I think adopting a baby is more of a rescue than adopting a dog. Because to adopt a baby, it's way harder. You have to like.
and that's a lifelong thing.
But it's not.
Yeah.
It's not. I mean,
Yeah, you can't. I don't think you can.
I
well,
wouldn't consider
okay,
it rescuing
You can
because
take the kid back.
the baby is still well taken care of.
So
Wait, what did,
actually,
wait, what did Luke just say?
You can take the
baby
kid back.
which actually
Wow.
now that
I mean, you
reminds me
can.
That reminds me of a
you can take
story.
the dog back.
that a state had to amend its rules about leaving babies at fire stations and police stations because they didn't put an age limit on it. So this dad took like his 13-year-old.
That's
was like, here you go. And then they had to be like,
It's like,
sir.
so you can. Well, if the kid can
your
stand up and walk away, what are you gonna do? Chain him to the door? You know, it's like
the kid
Yeah.
finds his way back home.
how could you
It's
even?
like lost dogs.
You couldn't even leave him.
Yeah, but it's just That's so fucked up. Like
So
that kid's
sad.
just like oh, my dad doesn't love me at all.
And the sad thing is like the dad had 13 years to make sure that he doesn't love him. Like he knew. Like he wasn't just
No,
like,
and too, because it's not like the kid like grew up with this sadness of I know I'm not loved. It's like 13 years of like maybe, and then you find out no.
it's like when a mom, like when a young parent leaves their child at the doorstep, they're like, I don't know if I can take care of this child. Like there's so many reasons why they might give
Yeah.
them up. But if, like a dad is giving away like a 13-year-old boy, he's like, I know that I don't like this kid. I've tried for over a decade to love him, and he just sucks. And I'm
Actually,
getting rid of him.
that's really funny because it's like when you're adopted, you don't know. It's like maybe my mom was poor, and like this is literally like
Exactly.
100%. He was mad
Oh,
and
man.
frustrated with me, and he got rid of me.
Can you imagine? Like later on, he gets adopted or whatever, and he's like, dating or something. So, you got adopted? Yeah, my original dad didn't love me. Oh, you don't know that? Yeah, I fucking do.
It's so funny. It's like yeah, I do.
He made sure.
I was there. Oh, well, yeah, you were a baby. No, wasn't a baby.
It's so funny. Where did that? Do you know what state that happened in? Probably Florida.
No, I don't remember. Someone at work was telling me this.
Oh,
It might have been
awesome.
Ohio. I don't know. Like
yeah. It was probably
probably
Florida.
Kentucky. I don't know.
Florida. Apparently, Florida has like different rules in terms of like what they're allowed to publish in the paper. I don't know what they are, but apparently they have them. And so like you hear more crazy stories from Florida because they're allowed
Florida
to write
man.
them. So it's like
true.
apparently every place is as crazy as Florida. We just don't hear about it.
Well, in Florida, it likes to be very vague, so it just constantly says Florida man or Florida woman. So there's a
Florida man.
there's a super villain that lives in Florida that's doing all these
Florida
crimes.
resident.
Florida man. Have you seen the one where it talked about the Florida man going to jail because he threw an alligator through like a drive-through window?
No.
It's like,
Yeah.
It's really good.
it's really
I want to
funny.
see that security.
You know
footage.
what? If someone threw an alligator through my window, I would say they won. I'm not going to fight that.
Yeah.
How would
yeah,
you
I'm not
fight
fighting
off?
anyone that can
Like,
throw
what
an
would you
alligator.
do if you couldn't hop over the counter? Would you throw hamburgers at the
I would throw the-
alligator?
I thought
I'd put a rubber
the
band around
alligator
it.
was actually like pretty small. I think it was like under 2 feet long.
How did he
You could just
do
fix it
that?
up.
How did he walk up to a small alligator and just grab it and throw it?
I mean, it's a lizard. They're
I feel
not
like
exactly.
I thought he brought it with him. Like he had it with him in the car.
Oh,
I remember
That's even
seeing a
better.
video of this.
It was just he was
Yeah,
like,
he's just like
oh,
ordering food.
He was
and
like-
just chucks the alligator through the window.
I can see it. He's like, I rescued.
I don't want to pay for this.
I
Alligator, go.
I rescued this alligator. You can
don't
adopt
love it
it
anymore.
now.
Alligator. I want you to have it.
He doesn't love it anymore.
I don't love my 13-year-old alligator anymore.
I
had
don't
it
love
for a
it
while.
anymore.
And I decided that I hate it.
He's like, I can't leave this at the fire station, so I'm
He's
just gonna
too old.
leave it at McDonald's.
I'm gonna leave it at the Wendy's. Your Frosties suck. Get out of here.
Yeah, really, the ice cream machine is broken. Good. He doesn't need any Frosties.
Oh
man.
man.
Adoption.
Yep.
It's great. It's a beautiful thing.
Adopt, don't shop.
Spay and neuter your
Adopt, don't
pets.
shop.
Don't shop. Can you shop? Oh, never mind. Not gonna
I've
answer
never.
the
My I adopted my dog. I know. I actually rescued my dog Luke from a soccer field. Or
Was he
from a
just
walking-
Soccer field.
Was he
From a
free?
soccer field, I was trying to hurt
Hold
him.
up. Was he at the
Was this
soccer
like-
field free?
Huh?
Was he like at the soccer field by himself, just free? You might have captured him.
No. No.
Is your
no.
dog Airbud? Can it play soccer? Like, is this like
No.
Bend It Like Beckham? but
My dog
dogs?
is not. My dog is not talented.
What do you mean? What do you mean you rescued him from a soccer field?
That's
He
where
was
I
on-
got him. Some family was getting rid of all these dogs. And I
Well, were
took
they
him.
gonna kill
They're
him
just
if you
letting
didn't
him go
take
at the
him?
soccer
How
I
did
don't
you
know. I didn't
rescue him?
ask. I took him, Luke. I didn't even tell them I was taking him. I just took the dog.
You
So he straight up.
you
he
basically
went
just
in
like
and-
received a dog. You didn't rescue.
No, he like
a dog.
like
I did
espionaged
rescue
that
it.
dog. He like went
The
in.
family
like,
clearly didn't want it.
secret.
I rescued
Well, they weren't
him.
gonna kill the dog.
You don't know
Well,
that.
the dog
Good
might.
lad.
The dog would have been feral. It would have had a rough life.
It would have. Or he
Now it
would
has
have.
a
Or
home.
someone else would have rescued?
He had a home. I mean, I dropped him on his head when I first got him. But besides
Well,
that,
I don't know if you
he
can
lived a
say that
great
you
life.
rescued him if you picked him up and then dropped him on his head right after. Like,
I dropped my dog on its head. Like, it happens. They're dogs.
It
They'll
happens,
be okay.
right?
is that why your
That
dog's
was never
not very
happened to me,
smart
no.
anymore?
Dogs
I've
are like
never dropped a
toddlers,
dog
you know. It's
on my
fine.
head.
They bounce
I know.
back.
Every time I question like my dog's like mentalness, I always think about how I dropped him. I said it's all my fault.
My
Mentalness.
my friend, his mom fosters dogs, and they had I forget what breed it was. It's one of the bigger dogs, like German Shepherd or something. But his name was Billy, because, you know, it's a really good name. And, like, they were outside
Billy!
playing with them all, and they threw a ball, and all the dogs chasing it. And the ball hits a tree and bounces off. All of the other dogs are like, oh, okay, let me turn around and go back for it. Not old Billy. Just head first into the tree and knocks himself out.
Did he really knock himself out?
Yeah, he was out cold. They had to, like,
Dude.
Oh,
I used to have a dog.
Billy.
I used to have a dog named Coco, and she was like a really smart and really dumb dog at the same time. Like one day, she watched me climb a chain link fence and then climbed after me. Like she figured out how to climb it. But then another day, she was at our friend's house and she climbed up the stairs but couldn't get back down. So she just like barked to the top of the stairs until the dad carried her back down, and she kept going up there and getting stuck.
she figured it out. She just barked. Like, the human will
He
save
just
me.
wanted to be carried.
Yeah, really. She's like, if
Yeah.
I bark, the elevator comes.
Yeah, exactly. That's all it was.
My coworker told me a story about how his dog trapped a mouse by like putting his paw on the tail of the mouse and barked at the mouse until it died.
Death by
like-
fear.
It like
Wow.
broke its ears, and its
It
brain
probably had a
ripped
heart
out.
attack. It's probably so
Yeah,
scared.
had a heart attack.
Holy
Yeah.
crap! That's really sad.
That dog is a murderer.
He just
That dog
dog
just
is
rescued the
now.
mouse. He rescued the mouse.
Yeah, I was
from our life.
He rescued the mouse's
that's
soul,
like,
maybe.
That's a little like that's like pretty psychotic. Like just torture the mouse to death.
It's a dog. It didn't know. It's just like,
Well,
I don't know
you
what you are.
Obviously.
He watched too much Tom and Jerry. That's what happened.
It's a dog.
That's so crazy. The mouse
It
just
doesn't
keeps,
have those
the mouse
kinda-
just keeps freaking out until eventually it just dies.
Oh man.
Mouse never had a chance.
Speaking
Well.
of mice,
Oh no.
so everybody saw Spider-Man, right? I don't know. It's not. You.
Oh, I was like, I
What
thought
the
you were gonna say you
hell?
had an infestation of mice in your apartment.
I was excited. I was gonna tell you, like, mouse traps are crazy.
And I was
I
like,
did
oh,
really
I got
hard.
I said I got
in my
stories about
apartment.
mouse infestations.
Oh man.
All right. Well,
Mousetrap's
let's-
a good board game.
We'll go back. We'll come back to Spider-Man. It's fine. I need to talk to it eventually because I know people. That's gonna
No,
be my.
we can talk about it
marketing-
now. Let's talk about it now. Let's talk about
Wait,
it now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Spider-Man.
Okay. So everybody saw it, right?
Yes.
I did.
Mm-hmm.
I
I want
almost
to see
did.
it again.
I
I'm
heard
ready.
John
but I
just
did.
like this, like the quietest. That's what he said.
It's okay.
Yes. So everybody
I'm
saw it.
super. I'm super
saw
glad
it. I was there.
they didn't do an origin story. I'm happy about that.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
We know all those Spider-Man.
It was
We all
like
know what happened.
we
Well,
don't
they
need to
couldn't
find
do an origin
another
story
way.
anyways.
That's
Another way to get Uncle Ben to say, "With great power comes." That was so
They didn't
funny
even-
in the last
There was
one.
even no mention of Uncle Ben.
How he was like, the line in the first one is like, "With
Well, I
great
guess-
power comes great responsibility,"
Mhm.
and then in Amazing Spider-Man, he's like, "Yeah, if you got if you got powers and stuff, you should be responsible about them." Like, it was like
He's like, if-
they
he's like, if
didn't
you could do
want to
something for
do
somebody-
the same line.
He's like, if you could do something for somebody, you have the moral obligation to do that thing.
What they should have done was have him put like Uncle Ben's rice in the microwave, and like,
And
like just
cry.
have like
May
something
cry.
ridiculous reference to Uncle Ben. Like that would have been great. But
Yeah, that
It
was
didn't even
really
reference Uncle Ben at all, I don't think.
no,
No,
They didn't
only
say
the
what
only
happened.
like slight mention was Peter did say, with all that's happened with Aunt May lately. I thought that was alluding to that. But
I think
Probably.
he might have
Yeah.
just been talking about her like. I don't know how I felt about the whole hot Aunt May thing. Because like they kept
I mean,
playing that
Marissa
up,
Tomei.
and I was just kind of like not sure how I felt about that.
You're not sure if she was hot, or you're not sure if you liked it like that. Liked the jokes.
she got free rice. I mean,
Hey,
Yeah, everyone's hitting on her the whole time. He's like, oh, hot.
Yeah.
I think that was the only time. I
No,
don't think there was
'cause-
any other.
because
No, the
Iron Man.
the sandwich
it was
shop
like
guy.
yeah, the
Oh,
sandwich
right.
shop
yeah,
guy,
sandwich shop guy.
Yeah.
and then Iron
And his
Man
friend.
says something to the camera. He's
Yeah.
like, oh,
Yeah.
so your hot
You
mom,
mean Tony
Italian,
Stark?
whatever.
Duh. Learn
Yeah,
the
that's
names,
true.
Luke. How much
Which
of a
I
nerd
thought that
are
was
you?
a really great way to start the movie with the
Okay, actually, yeah. Let's. Why don't we get
This
into
little
it?
documentary.
We'll get into opinions of this movie. So who liked it?
I did. It was
Oh
good.
yeah, me too.
I liked it.
I am on the liking
I liked
side.
Out of from a scale of 1 to 10.
10 being good, the best.
10 being
That's usually how
terrible.
it is.
10 being terrible. 1 being perfect. I'm kidding. Don't do that. Do it the right way.
More
Well,
is
the right way
better.
would
Let's argue about that.
yeah, saying one or whatever.
So out of 10.
I'd probably give it on first watch. I'd probably say like 8.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I would say like a 7.
Yeah, 7.
7 or 8's, yeah.
I
that makes
think,
liked it.
I
It was-
think
it
that
was-
I'm going to go with a 6.5.
Okay.
I can see
Fair
that.
enough. Yeah.
So
fine.
we're not
It,
too
it was good, but
drastic.
it was like
It-
I liked how they didn't make it too like kid like. It wasn't like a. I was afraid it would be like a weird high school Disney movie. It was called Homecoming. I was really worried.
Yeah.
And like they had like that girl from that dance Disney show.
Yeah.
And I was like,
What?
whoa.
They
Wait,
based
who?
it
Which girl?
Zendaya.
Michelle.
Michelle.
Who?
Yeah.
What?
And
Oh,
then Michelle.
MJ? The MJ
Oh.
girl?
Yeah.
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 Okay,
She was on
that was
the
actually
Disney
so.
Channel.
I don't
Shake It
know.
Up.
I didn't mind her, but I don't know. MJ's supposed to have red hair. Like,
It's but
Not
it-
always.
She's not even Mary Jane. She's Michelle
not,
Jones.
yeah.
So she's not the same character. She's just the same function
Yeah.
Yeah.
to the story.
oh, she's not Mary Jane. So she's like,
No.
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 Her
but
name's
she's
Michelle
supposed
They
to
explained that a
be-
long time ago.
So she's supposed. Well, I don't know who she is. I didn't know who she was in the comic, but she said, People call me MJ." So is she supposed to
Yeah.
be like a different
Yeah, she's gonna
universe
fill the-
version of Mary Jane?
Basically, yeah.
I think
But I don't
so,
think
yeah.
she's in. I don't think Michelle Jones is in the comics. I think they're just trying to like not do everything the exact same as a past.
'cause-
Like
Which,
So-
yeah, I
loads
get
of
that
Spider-Man
part of
things.
it. That makes sense.
So the movie to me, because he's in high school, I hope they go with the Ultimate Spider-Man stuff. I think that'd be really cool.
I thought that
'cause-
Amazing Spider-Man was kind of like Ultimate Spider-Man.
I kind
You mean
of,
Ultimate
but
Spider-Man like the cartoon or the comics?
yeah, the comic,
It's a
the
comic.
comic cartoon, the younger high school Spider-Man, not the Amazing Spider-Man. Amazing Spider-Man was the first series, and I think the second one is meant to be a alternate Amazing, because he was in high school, but not like
Right.
he wasn't young. Like in the comic, he's super young, and
hmm
like, oh man, I hope they do that because there's some really cool shit with Venom, and
Yeah.
oh, it's such a good
Yeah, I did
storyline.
like how like in this movie Spider-Man was still really young. Like with Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield or Gayfield,
Yeah.
whatever his name is. They were both like obviously
Wow.
older.
I'm
like,
sorry.
looking
That's
things.
actually really funny if you know what's going on with Andrew Garfield right now.
I
Oh yeah, I
definitely
did.
do.
Oh,
I
yeah.
did hear about.
He's
that,
like,
or
he's
watched
playing.
something.
I think he's playing a gay character, and so he's like,
Yeah, he is.
I think I'm gonna become a little gay to like play this part.
Yeah, because he's been hanging out with like all his gay friends.
And he's like
and
winking
like,
at people, like, I think I might
He's like,
find
I'm
out
gay
that
at the
I'm
moment,
gay.
or
You don't
something
know.
like that.
I don't know. It's just kind of like, all right.
Well,
Okay.
I also have a friend named Andrew Gayfield. So I get them confused. in my
Oh,
mind.
really?
Yeah, but
They should name
Like-
themselves Gaylord. So
I'm
that's
the
an
Lord of the
actual
Gays.
name.
Yeah, it is. I stayed at a hotel called the Gaylord, and
I bet you did.
I
Rip.
bet you did. All right, so what are you saying, Michael? So, spit
Yeah,
it,
so Tom
spit it
Holland-
out.
Tom Holland was very like high school. Like he had like a kind of a high voice
Yeah.
and was awkward,
Freshman.
and I thought it was great because
Okay,
Yeah, it was
yeah.
perfect.
What did you guys think of Tom Holland as?
I think he fits the awkwardness of Spider-Man because
I thought he
Yeah,
was
he
the
was
best
excellent.
Peter Parker so far.
Yeah.
Really?
yeah.
Well, I've liked
Yeah.
him
he was.
definitely.
I don't know,
I
you
think-
guys.
I think Toby did a good
don't know
job
How I feel
with-
about him because I
I thought
think
Toby
that
was the best.
I do
before
think
Tom
honestly,
Holland.
here's the thing. I do think that so far the best Spider-Man movie is Spider-Man 2 with Tobey Maguire.
That's almost like
I do.
A universal thing.
I think it's like by far the best. But
It's
everyone
good. It's
always
good.
goes back to like Spider-Man 3 Tobey Maguire, and it's like you can't compare
but you
that
can.
movie. No, you can't.
But you can.
Because that movie
But
got
you can.
ruined. And like the other ones were still good.
They
Yeah,
are.
I think Spider-Man, the original Spider-Man with Toby was good. It was
Yeah.
great. I think.
Yeah.
It was.
But,
I think
I
they're
enjoyed one and
fantastic movies.
2. I think Toby did a good job as adult Spider-Man from Amazing. I didn't mind Andrew Garfield's weird pseudo amazing ultimate Spider-Man.
I didn't
portrayal.
mind him like for the
Um,
look, but I was like, why is he like skateboarding
Yeah, it
and
was
cool?
weird. I don't
Like,
know.
what's going
Yeah,
on
he's
here?
So it's like every Disney movie is like the cutest girl in school that nobody likes for some reason, because she's like
Yeah. Oh
like
yeah,
Hannah
like
Montana or
like
whatever.
Mean Girls.
yeah, and like Toby, like Peter Parker in Amazing Spider-Man, he's this cool like hipster photographer who skateboards.
Yeah, and,
And,
and well, he wasn't really a nerd in Amazing Spider-Man, and it was like he's like had
That
this
was weird.
attitude, and he's like skateboarding around,
Yeah.
and it was like, what is this?
And-
And a lot of my friends were like, Luke, this Spider-Man is so much better because the Peter Parker is cool. Like, but that's
That's
wrong.
it's not what he's supposed to be. Also, the fucking love lines in those two movies were exactly the same. And the way that the first movie ended, being like, I can't be in love with you. And then the second movie
Yeah.
starts with, I could be in love with you, but now I can't be in love with you. It's like, what is happening? You're just repeating. It was,
Oh
it
man,
was so weird.
and that
then his
Amazing
ringtone.
Spider-Man. Oh,
And his ringtone was the fucking theme song. I was just like, no, this is.
no.
I thought that was a funny nod. I thought that was funny.
I think that's so
I mean,
corny.
it's. I didn't know how to feel. I was dead inside with that.
I felt like it was a fourth wall break kind of thing.
He
Yeah.
like he like
I mean,
plays. Well, they did it in Spider-Man 2 with the like Asian woman playing it.
Yeah,
on
they
the,
did.
Yeah.
But that made
They did.
sense. Why would he have a ringtone for this song?
Yep.
Why?
Yeah, I mean, he's
Why
right.
would
It's
he
pretty fourth
have
wall.
that?
That's really all it's supposed to be.
I think that like the Spider-Man, so Amazing Spider-Man. We need to make sure we stay on Spider-Man: Homecoming. But just to go back for a
Yeah.
second, Amazing
Spider-Man's
Spider-Man
a deep
2.
topic.
I think. That movie was just a mess. It was all over the place. It had no
Yeah, it
clear
was.
story. It was all.
I
like,
liked it, but
I liked
it was very much a mess.
parts,
Yeah,
but it was
they
like a
threw way
bunch
too
of.
much
It was like a
into
bunch of very good scenes. Like there were some scenes in there that were really good.
I liked the way
strung into
Gwen
like this
Stacy
nothing
died.
movie.
Spoilers.
How?
Oh, whatever. That movie is way
How dare you.
way old by this
Wait,
point.
he dies in the first one, not in the second one.
Huh? No, Gwen
She dies in the
Stacy.
second
Oh,
one.
oh, I thought you said.
Stacy.
I thought you said Captain Stacy,
No,
the dad.
Yeah,
no.
more spoilers.
Oops. Whoops.
Spoilers ahead.
Spoilers of a movie before spoilers.
So to go back to let's go back to Spider-Man: Homecoming.
Yeah.
Here's the issue. One of the biggest issues I have.
Oh, now I get the subtitle. Okay.
Subtitle. Oh,
I wasn't
Wait,
really.
Homecoming?
Yeah, I wasn't
He
really
goes to
thinking about it.
He goes to
I
homecoming
just-
dance.
Yeah, I was just calling it Spider-Man. I didn't even think about the subtitle. Sorry. Go ahead.
It's all good.
So here's the major issue that I kind of had with the movie. Actually, so I had a few issues. But one of the big ones is like, it was the same issue that I had with Guardians of the Galaxy 2. So I thought
I haven't seen that.
I haven't seen it yet.
I'm not
Don't
gonna.
spoil it.
I won't spoil anything. It doesn't have to do with spoilers. This might ruin it.
Spoilers are in space.
Oh.
Dang it, Luke!
So I loved the first Guardians of the Galaxy. I thought it was a fantastic movie. Like in every way, I thought it was just great.
Fantastic soundtrack. I bought it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I bought it.
So the second one, it's like they tried because the first one was so funny, they wanted to be funny again, but it's like they spell out every single joke so that every dumb person in the audience will get it, and it kind of ruins the joke. And I thought that that's what they did a lot in Spider-Man: Homecoming, where they would just like spell out a joke, be like, "Do you see that this is funny?" And then I wouldn't laugh
I'm
because
not
it wasn't
obsessed
funny
with
anymore.
him.
Can you give an example?
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not obsessed with him.
Yeah.
Example, 'cause
I'm
I
trying
have
to
no
think
idea
of
what you're
something.
talking about.
I'm trying to think of it as well.
The fucking that what I'm quoting there. It's just like, oh, I'm so like edgy.
Which part was
MJ.
this?
Are you talking
Oh,
about
yeah.
Anything
Uh,
MJ was
MJ?
saying, like,
Well,
oh,
yeah,
so
I was
Yeah,
thinking
all
of
that
I
so
was
didn't, I didn't like
so-
MJ's character at all.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that.
She was
That's neither here
kind of
nor there.
annoying.
But,
Actually, funny thing is like all the people on that cast are like super old. Like the girl,
Oh, you don't say.
the girl that plays the love interest, not MJ, but the other girl. I forgot what her name is. She's like
Liz.
27.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Oh, you're telling me that people play teenagers?
I
when
know,
they're
but like they're
Luke,
supposed to be
that's
playing.
It's crazy. That
They're
never
supposed to be playing like
happens, ever.
15-year-olds, and they're older than me.
No, the love interest was a senior, so she's definitely like 18.
No, she's 27.
Yeah, Luke.
17.
Duh.
No,
Alice,
her character.
Okay. Okay.
Either way.
But so like I'm trying to think of an example.
Now you're gonna tell me that Robert Downey Jr. is like 40 something, 50 something.
He probably
Crazy.
is. Yeah. I
He's
bet he is.
playing
I
a
bet he is.
40-year-old.
He's playing a 30-year-old.
Well, so they had actually
Well,
shoot,
I don't know
I
if it
can't
was.
think of any of the jokes that they had because I didn't care about them, so I just
Because
forgot
there
them.
wasn't
I
any.
didn't think the jokes were that bad. There may be some
Most of the stuff,
corny jokes.
I
They
didn't really care
kept
for the
trying to be
happy
funny through the
stuff.
whole movie, though.
Yeah.
Like it was like
yeah,
a,
that's,
it was like
I do
a
agree on
comedy
that.
the whole
It was
time.
Like but the
I
whole
think
movie
Marvel.
was
that's like
a lot
Marvel's
of
style now.
funniness.
So I don't really
I
notice it as
Yeah.
much
That's
because they keep
Spider-Man
doing
though.
it.
Yes, that
that's
is
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
No, but
Spider-Man
I
is
think
always
that
joking.
Spider-Man is supposed to be more angsty.
No,
Well,
dude.
no,
well,
no,
when,
no,
when,
no,
when
no.
he's
I
when he's
absolutely
when he
Yes,
is Spider-Man,
100%,
when he's Peter Parker,
100%.
he's angsty and depressed.
No, okay,
when
so
he's
I'm
Spider-Man,
talking.
he's
I'm
like,
not talking about Spider-Man the character. I'm talking about Spider-Man the
okay.
story. And so, like his
Oh.
character, Spider-Man's supposed to make funny comments and be funny when he's in the suit, but I think his character is supposed to be a little bit like more angsty than like this one was like lighthearted.
Well-
Everything was so lighthearted. It was like, we're just this superhero.
Well, Ultimate
I
Spider-Man, he didn't have the same issues because in Amazing Spider-Man, he's an adult, so he has to take care of his own bills. So of course he's more angsty and
Right.
life sucks. And he uses sarcasm as a way to, A, get under the skin of the villains, and B,
Mhm.
take feeling away from what he's feeling.
I mean,
when
I
he's just
don't get me wrong.
himself.
I love it. I love when Spider-Man has his little witty like one-liners and
I didn't think there was
comes up.
enough of that.
No, there wasn't.
Really.
Yeah, there
The
actually
comedy was like the side characters like saying stupid
Mhm.
stuff.
I think the lack of angst is reasonable in the new one because he's so busy with the whole Tony Stark Avenger stuff.
Yeah.
Like he's so occupied with that in his head. Like, come on, I want to do something. I want to do something that he doesn't have time to be
Right.
an angsty teenager,
Yeah.
right?
And,
I-
and he's a teenager, so doesn't have the same burdens.
I
as
feel
the,
like I mean
other
it's not that I
Spider-Mans.
I think that the part of it is that I just was always attached to that side of Spider-Man because I'm so angsty.
Mhm.
No, but I mean like I
I've
was
seen pictures.
but I mean I was always like I just thought that was always kind of Spider-Man's interesting twist, the fact that he's like
Mhm.
he was never supposed to be a superhero and now he is. Because he's different from Iron Man, he's different from Superman, he's different from Batman.
Well,
he should
I
not be a
think-
superhero, but he is.
Well, I should hope so. He's not a DC character.
Yeah.
Well,
he
I
didn't
think
like
it's
plan on
because-
becoming a superhero.
he's a
Yeah,
kid.
I think it's
He's
because-
he's a
I
nerd.
think-
He's a kid. He's awkward. He's not popular. He shouldn't be a superhero, but then he all of a sudden just becomes one. And so
Yep.
that's what I think makes his story kind of interesting.
He's also not shit like Superman. Just like super boring.
Super everything.
I'm so great. I can beat the Flash in a foot race, even though that character was made to be super fast.
Fastest man
Um,
alive.
You know, I loved
Uh,
Michael Keaton.
Oh
as
yeah, he
Yeah,
was
that was good.
He was
Vulture.
great.
the best
Yeah,
scene.
that was interesting.
The best scene in the whole movie. See, that's the thing. Like, I don't really remember most of the scenes being that great, except for Michael Keaton so Vulture and Peter Parker in the car.
Yeah, that was good.
That,
That
was
was a good
so
scene.
good.
Oh, yeah,
I love
yeah.
that
Mhm.
scene.
Yeah, that was really good.
And
Well
then
written.
the scene where they're in the warehouse and he like chops all the walls and then the wall falls on him and he has to
Mhm.
push the wall off him. Like that was also super good. Those are the two best
Yeah.
scenes, I think.
That was
That's
that was a really good twist too. Him becoming Liz's dad. I didn't see that coming either.
That was the twist I said. Oh, there is a twist.
Yeah,
that
that's
a lot
what
of
I
people don't
figured
see.
when I thought about that when that happened, and he opened the door. I was like, "Wow, that's what Luke was talking about."
Yeah, yeah.
Can I just say that when I was watching that scene when he goes to pick up Liz and he realizes that Michael Keaton is her dad, and he's like acting like super weird during the whole exchange, all that was going through my head, and this may be horrible or whatever, but it was kind of funny in my head that like to them, they don't realize that he realizes that he's the bad guy.
Yeah.
So to them, they may be thinking that Peter's thinking, holy fuck, it's an interracial couple.
I
She's
was
racist.
thinking it was a young guy scared of her dad.
I mean, he's
That's what I was
trying to
thinking.
make a interracial couple happen. So I don't think he really cares.
Actually, that
Yeah,
kind of.
I
that,
think it was just he was afraid of her dad because
that,
true.
that
Yeah,
part,
I think it was more like
Jesus,
if you,
John.
what if
That
you
was-
what if you just walked into the theater and you didn't know what movie it was and you walked in on that scene and you were like,
Yeah,
oh,
exactly.
this is a culture drama.
Oh, this is
Okay.
like
Wait.
Birth of a Nation.
I love how like he'd be like surprised that the black girl has a black parent. That's what you're trying to say. He's like, oh my gosh, I didn't realize she had black
Actually,
people in
that
her
kind of
family.
ties
This
into the
changes
other
everything.
thing. So here, there was one thing in this movie that completely pulled me out of it, and I am all for diversity, but that
Jesus,
gym
Luke,
scene.
where's this going?
Do
Are
you
you
remember
really?
that gym scene? And it literally was every single type of person, like cherry picked out. Like there was like the Jew with the like the long little swirl things.
I mean-
there was the Arab guy with the turban. There was a black guy. There was an Indian guy. There was an Asian guy. And like, if you look at it, it's literally a picture where every single person looks different. And now look,
it's weird when they
so
force it, but it's okay.
obvious.
Well, I mean,
I-
at
To
the
be
same
fair, it
didn't
was a
notice
special
that.
science school.
Luke,
I
at the
didn't
same
notice
time,
that.
it's New York City and it is diverse, and I think that's what they're
guess.
trying to show.
I guess.
I also didn't notice that. I was watching
I didn't pay
characters.
attention. Yeah, I was watching the movie.
God,
I mean,
Luke.
I
Jesus.
don't
I don't
look.
see color.
I don't. Okay.
I only see American.
I only see American.
Like I said, I
They all
don't. I
bleed
don't have a
same
problem
red,
with
white,
it,
and blue.
except for the fact that
That's right.
it, like, I could just see
You thought it
someone
was a
with
little
the.
too try
I can
hard.
see someone with the
Yeah.
clipboard being like, "Oh shoot, did we get every?" Okay, we got
Oh
to
no,
make sure. In
we're
this
missing
shot,
the Puerto Ricans. We're missing the Puerto
yeah,
Ricans.
exactly.
We forgot the gay Asian boy.
Michael, get in there.
If you go back,
He's not Puerto Rican enough. Get him
if
out of
you
there.
go back, oh yeah, because people don't think you're Puerto Rican. If you go back and you watch that scene, like here's the thing. I know
I
usually
can. It's $15.
if you watch, oh, not if you
Wait
pirate
3
it,
months.
but
$15.
if you, I know, like, if you watch like sports or something, you have the newscasters, and there's always a person of every single color, kind of, to like that diversity, which is fine. But like in this shot, and like some of these shots, it's so obvious that that's what they were trying to do.
There's, like,
and,
one of each.
It so pulled me out. It was like, this is so obvious right now.
So speaking of race and stuff, not really,
Well,
but like I thought it was interesting. They made it so Flash Thompson in the cartoons and the comics is like a jock bully who's like way stronger
Yep.
than Peter Parker was, so he like
Right.
picks on him all the time.
The stand
But in the
bully.
movie, he's just another nerd who's actually less smart than Peter.
Yeah.
I actually,
So why
yeah, I
does he
actually
pick on
like
him?
that. I didn't mind that.
No, but he's like has no reason to be a bully. He's not stronger. He's not smarter.
That's why he's a bully.
Well, he's like
Bullies-
a
Yeah,
status
he's jelly.
bully. You know,
Yeah, that's all it is.
kind of.
You think he's gonna
get
a-
venom?
That's why he's
I don't know.
bullying, because he's jealous that Peter is smarter than him and that the girl likes him. And
Yeah,
Yep.
so it doesn't like I don't know. I guess maybe I was different, but like I would be like, dude, I'm cooler than you. I don't care what you say.
So, since he's Flash, do you think he'll be Venom, or do you think it'll still continue the Ultimate and like it'll be?
It'll probably
Peter that
still
gets it
be
first?
well, it'll probably still be. Dang it, what was his name? It wasn't Venom. It was the other guy.
Oh,
I watched Spider-Man on a
Carnage.
cartoon today.
No, Carnage was
The other
born
dude who
from
works
Venom.
for the
No, I,
Daily
I know.
Bugle.
I know everything
Not the Daily Bugle.
about everything
the-
when it comes. No,
Does
that's
the
not
Ultimate
true.
cartoon follow the Ultimate comic books?
No, it doesn't.
Does
It's
it not?
confusing.
I thought it was loose. Like
I played the
I don't
Ultimate
think so. My friend who
Spider-Man
knows
game.
more says no.
Because I thought, I thought
I think
Gwen became
I think
Carnage in the
I think
comics.
Spectacular Spider-Man is based on the Ultimate Spider-Man comics.
okay.
But Eddie Brock
Actually,
becomes
Eddie, that's what
Spectacular
it was. Yeah,
Spider-Man.
Eddie.
Spectacular
Right.
Spider-Man
and then
was
later
also
Flash
Spider-Man.
becomes Agent Venom.
Wait,
And then
Okay.
Spider and Peter Parker becomes just Black Suit Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Did you
Yep.
say
Yeah.
Asian?
And,
Did you say Asian Venom?
Yeah, Agent Venom. So
Agent
eventually Venom
Venom.
becomes a good guy,
Oh,
and Flash
Yeah.
is him.
Agent. I thought you said Asian. Like, we were talking about racism.
God,
You gotta
Such
get
a
every race
racist.
in there. There's Black
Asian-
Venom, there's Asian Venom, there's Hispanic Venom,
Well,
there's
Asian
Mexi Venom,
Like, I'm trying to picture what that would look like.
There's-
Because how would you know?
there's Venezuelan Venom, Venezuelan, Venezuelan.
There's Spider-Man 30, 29 or whatever.
29.99.
Puerto-
The future
Uh,
Spider-Man.
No, 20.99.
Yeah, he's Puerto
That's what
Rican
it is.
Spider-Man.
Yeah, he is. He's blind for some reason.
I didn't know he's blind.
But he has like bad eyesight because he sees
okay.
so well that all the light blinds him. So he has to wear sunglasses all
Oh.
the time.
I learned all this from the Shattered Dimensions game. Where
Oh,
it has
nice.
Noir Spider-Man and Spider-Pig Man or whatever.
Those are
Pig
good.
Spider-Man. It's just it's so weird.
Yeah. Overall, I liked Spider-Man: Homecoming a lot.
Yeah.
It was
didn't-
all really good.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Well,
I was
I
saying, I
didn't
don't, I didn't love it really. I didn't really like it that much. I thought it
Well-
was fine. I thought a lot of people are going to like it a lot. I didn't really like it that much, though.
I will say, Luke, there was one thing that I didn't really. I mean, I liked it, but I wish they kind of didn't do it. I kind of wish the movie could have stood on its own. But I think they put way too much Avengers stuff into it. And I know they're trying to
Yeah.
set up. I know they're trying to set up for the Infinity
Yeah.
Wars and all that stuff.
Mhm.
But I thought it was way too much focus on
Yeah.
like the Avengers.
Yeah, if you came into this like, people born later in life down the line and they're just like, I want to watch Spider-Man, they're going to be like, what the fuck is going on?
yeah.
Like,
Also, that's the other thing because I was talking about like the angstiness of Spider-Man because it's supposed to be like everything's falling apart because he's Spider-Man, but he can't. That's why I like Spider-Man 2 so much because it showed that so well. But the other thing I didn't like is like everybody knows he's Spider-Man and like I feel like that's a
Well.
big part of the story is that he's like trying to
Well,
keep it hidden.
If
And like
you,
his aunt
in-
finds out, his friend
in-
finds out,
Only 3 people
Iron
know he's
Man
Spider-Man.
knows.
Yeah, only
Oh,
only
Well,
Vulture finds
in-
out, like everyone finds out.
in the comics,
Push my
in
glasses
Marvel Civil War, everyone knows who Spider-Man is because he's one of the first people to give up his identity so that he can continue to be a superhero.
yeah.
I don't like that.
I'm just saying. Push my glasses up.
I will say I'm a huge fan of the best friend. Ned was,
Oh, he's
I
awesome.
thought,
yeah.
hilarious.
Can I
Right in
make
the
eggs?
chair.
Every
Can I
line
make
was just
eggs?
like. I thought
That's
he
so
was-
good.
I did like the eggs.
Like,
Oh, it
the
was
hat,
kinda-
the hat gives me confidence.
Oh
I
God.
thought it was funny how he kept asking him all these questions in front of everyone.
Yeah, I know.
Like they're just doing sit-ups in the gym. He's like, "Can you like do this? Do this? How is Tony Stark?"
What if you shoot a
Like-
web? It's how far does it go if you just shoot it into the air?
I mean, to
love
be
how-
honest, I would have done the same thing if I was Ned and I was Spider-Man. I definitely would have like tested to
Yeah.
see how far my web shot. I don't know why
How
people
far
didn't
can
do
you
that.
shoot your
Oh
web?
yeah, actually, I kind of get why they didn't do this because they wanted to kind of stay in Queens. But did you notice there's like pretty much no real web slinging scene in the whole movie.
That's
Eh.
true. Yeah.
He's
There's not a
always
whole
like
lot of,
low
like,
to the
creative
ground,
No,
just kind of like
sequence, yeah.
running or doing short little.
Eh.
But there's
Yeah.
no web slinging really, not like a big.
That's
not
fine
like the other
because it
ones.
looked kind of weird in some of the movies.
But he was still trying to get used to his abilities.
Yeah,
right?
no,
Yeah.
I get
Well,
I
he's
get
been
why.
Spider-Man for a while at this point.
But in the
Well-
early scenes, he fell flat
That's
on his
like-
face.
Well, and
That
he
was
and he
fucking
made
great.
the web. Like, well,
Yeah.
wait, was he making the web? I can't remember.
Yeah, he was.
But he had
Yeah.
webs
Yeah, he did.
in Civil War.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
he
he
I,
made
made
it.
didn't, I
had
didn't
webs.
see Civil War.
He had webs before Iron Man gave him webs. Like he made his own
Yeah.
Yeah, he made
web
his own.
shooters. And then Iron
So
Man
he,
gave him
he
more.
did have those for a while.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because it depends on what Spider-Man. Because some Spider-Man versions, Peter can make them from his own body, and then some Spider-Man versions,
right.
he has to make it artificially.
Well, how about
shoot
this
it
then?
from
How do you guys
thingies.
feel about this part of it? The lack of Spider Sense.
Yeah, that
He
bothers
kind of
me.
had it.
No,
He'd
you know, I
reference
know,
it.
but
He
I
was
mean,
moving
like,
super
they kind
fast,
of-
but
his
They
Spider
kinda played
Sense
to it
was
with the
like
suit.
his Iron Man suit.
Yeah, it was the suit. Yeah,
yeah, that's true.
instant kill.
How did you
There
feel
would have
about
been
I
a
it?
think-
lot that
I think he
would
like
have been
depended on
solved.
the suit. I think that was part of the story arc. Is like he ended up like it's like he was depending on like the help he was getting
If you're
from other people.
nothing
And not
without
on
the
himself.
suit, you shouldn't have it.
Right.
Exactly. So I think they're trying to push that in the story. It's kind of like a theme. Like
Yeah,
I mean-
but his Spider Sense was like Iron Man.
yeah.
Yeah,
I did not.
Karen.
Like that.
literally, Iron Man would come and save him. Like,
Yeah, that's his sense.
I did think it was
I-
kind of
I-
cool how like he still wasn't like his full strength yet. Like he gets really strong.
yes.
Like Spider-Man,
Yeah.
Spider-Man becomes one of the strongest heroes, but like he has like a journey to get there.
Mhm.
Yep.
He's still getting used to his powers.
Yeah,
and,
and I like that. They didn't make him like overpowered.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they didn't make him Superman.
Yeah,
I do
he
kind of want to.
wasn't God.
I want to back up for a second too, because to go back to, I think it didn't have a lot of the things that I felt about Spider-Man that I liked in the past. Like Iron Man is kind of like a father figure, and
Mhm.
it's kind of like Spider-Man has never had that with the things I've seen. Like he's supposed to be like a lone person. I always, at least to me,
Well,
like
Luke,
his character.
I'm
Yeah.
to
gonna
me-
stop you, Luke. I'm gonna stop you.
I'm gonna stop
because
you, Shane.
No, because no. I know exactly what you're saying, but it's like they even said when they announced the movie that they want
Yeah,
to try to take it in a
I
completely different
know.
direction,
I
and it's a Spider-Man
know.
for a new generation. So you gotta
know.
let go. You gotta
No,
let go of all
okay,
the old
I'm
stuff.
not even saying like they did it. This was wrong. You know, I'm just saying.
I know
like,
you're just saying that you missed those
no, well,
elements.
to me, it didn't give me that like, oh yeah, this is a Spider-Man movie type feeling
But
because
it wasn't really.
it
full
was a
Spider-Man
Spider-Man movie. Shane.
I mean, it was, but that wasn't the full intention for it to
I
be a
get it.
Spider-Man
I
movie.
get it.
It was an Avengers setup.
I
movie.
understand
Yep.
everything.
Because we got to fight Thanos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't that which one's coming next? Oh no, actually, okay, I know a scene that I did that was amazing. Everything with Captain America.
Yes.
Those were-
Yeah, that's
that
pretty
was
good.
so good.
Yes. I
Looks
was
like
so
you're in
glad that
detention.
he was in the movie.
You messed up. How do you make it right?
Did you guys
Did you-
watch?
wait,
did,
did
you
you
guys
guys
stay
get to
for
the
the
end?
ending credits?
Yes. Yeah.
How
many of these
I
are
did
there?
not. I did not because
What?
we
You
saw the
noob.
one before. Hold on. I wanted to stay, but some people were like, we saw the. So I didn't get to see.
Should have told them no.
Do you know what it is? Do you know
You
what it was?
forced them to stay.
No, I don't know
But I
what it is. I don't want to.
Do you want
Look,
Do you want us to tell you?
I don't want to. No,
Okay,
I
okay,
know
okay.
now it's about Captain America though.
Okay, it's fine.
Well,
But
Oh
I
shit!
don't
There
know.
was another one.
Well, there's
Yeah.
there's
Did you not
it was.
see it
there's
either?
But it's
Oh
not
my
like
God.
Oh
You
no!
didn't stay either?
It's
Oh,
a funny
yeah.
one though. It's not like a story pushing one.
It's one of
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
best ending credit scenes I think I've seen.
Yeah. It
Wait,
was,
is this
Damn it.
after
this
the
is
song?
after the.
It's
This
that
is,
was
the
Yeah,
credits,
very
yeah.
end.
So the
this is
credits
after
go
all
all the way
credits,
up,
Yeah.
and it's all
You
quiet.
After
gotta always
they-
go to the very end.
Yeah, you guys missed it. I always
Well,
look it
So
up
I saw
on my
the one
phone
that was after the
with Scorpion.
Ramones song.
Wasn't that Scorpion?
yeah.
No, okay, no, I don't know what you're talking about.
So no,
I
so
don't even remember.
the guy in the prison.
There was a prison scene.
the guy in the
Oh, yeah, that
prison
guy, yeah,
who
that was
talks
Scorpion.
Oh,
to
that,
Vulture.
yeah, okay, I
That's-
saw that, yeah.
That's Scorpion.
Yeah.
After that, there's apparently another scene.
Yeah.
is what
Yeah.
it says.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh,
It's
man.
like all of like 45 seconds. It's not.
I'm so
Yeah, it's-
disappointed.
I don't know. Just YouTube.
I always
It's on
Google
there.
like
probably-
when,
yeah, right.
when the movie ends, especially with a Marvel movie. I always pull out my phone,
you-
and it's
yeah,
like, is there an
YouTube,
ending
Google
to
it.
the thing or the whatever?
Well,
there always is.
it's a Marvel movie. I knew there would be.
Yeah,
but
there always is.
I- Well,
You gave
I
in to peer
thought they just
pressure.
moved it up past the black
Gave into
dress.
peer pressure.
Well,
They
no,
have multiple
actually,
of them all the
John.
time. They have usually have like
No,
multiple
there's a
post-credit scenes.
they where they had it is the best place for it. Just
Man.
just watch
Bro,
the
the
scene.
scene. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Dude,
And I
Shut
like
then,
I
shut
like
up.
how at the very end it's like be moved. I'm like, you can leave now.
So
But
what else?
Okay,
What else did we
go ahead.
think about this movie?
Well, I had
CGI.
something.
There's a lot of CGI.
not CGI, but it was tasteful though. But I don't like.
some of us aren't
Zendaya-
art snobs, so we don't care.
I watched the Logan the night
mean,
after
Alien-
watching Spider-Man, and it made
Luke
me
wants
like,
practical effects for alien technology.
wait, what? Well,
You
no,
want, like,
okay.
Practical
Here's
effects,
the thing.
yeah.
All right,
Practical effects.
we'll get into this. So here's my problem.
alien.
I watched Jurassic Park when I was a kid. I hope we all did. I hope we all did.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Spoilers. Dinosaurs.
And spoilers, there are
Dinosaurs.
dinosaurs in the. So I watched Jurassic World a little, like, you know, back when it came out, and the dinosaurs in Jurassic Park 1
Look a lot
look
real. More
better than the dinosaurs in Jurassic World, and it's like,
real. That
I
is
don't know if I
universally
agree.
agreed upon. Oh,
I don't know if I agree
never
with that.
mind.
I'll show
Just
you.
kidding.
I'll show you. I'll show you a picture of the
I'll show
Velociraptors.
you.
There
I
are
will show you.
scenes. There are scenes in Jurassic Park where they look like shit. Most of the time they look really good, but there are like
Well,
moments
the thing is,
where
here's
it's really bad.
here's why. Here's the
Well,
thing.
probably.
When you watch Jurassic Park, it's like you look at the picture and the rain is real. It's like real rain. The car is real. The people are real. The background is real. It's all
Dinosaurs
getting
are real.
And then
Resurrected.
sometimes the dinosaurs are real because they're machines. But then every once in a while, it's like everything is real except for a CGI dinosaur. And like you almost don't notice that the dinosaur is CGI because most of the pictures getting registered is like this real thing. But in Jurassic World, it's like CGI camera, CGI grass with a CGI helicopter exploding into a CGI explosion with a CGI
Fine with me.
dinosaur. And it looks so
play a-
cartoon to me.
I play a lot of video games. so
Yeah,
I don't
that's
really
the
care.
point.
But the video games don't look real.
So dinosaurs
we
aren't
are-
real anymore either.
They're
So-
not
yeah.
real, so they don't have to look real.
I get
Satan
Luke's
hid their
point.
bones
Like, it's
to
kind
test
of,
us.
We've already discussed this. Avengers changed the game and made everything more cartoony and comic book like. That's just what happens now.
But if you watch,
Yeah, but
so
I do think there is something to be said for obviously for practical effects. It does like change the way you feel when you see it
It does.
because
Like,
when,
if
when
you-
everything's CGI, you don't really feel the peril as much as when there's practical effects.
It's less
with
like
the
I
voices.
watched
mean-
I watched Logan last night, and like most of that is
Spoiler.
real. Oh,
There's like very little
man.
CGI.
Pretty good movie.
in it.
So gritty and real looking compared to
Those are good.
Spider-Man, and then the same for like, what was that other movie that I recently saw? Well, like even like Star Wars 7. Like Star Wars 7 had a lot of CGI, but it also had a lot of very realistic looking things. Like it was a lot of practical effects mixed with CGI, and I thought Star Wars
Yeah.
7 looked amazing.
It looked
It's
really
okay.
good. It looked amazing.
It looked alright.
It did.
Apparently,
It's
that
fine.
robot was not CGI.
Awesome.
That
Yeah,
right?
the little BB-8 guy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, be
It was
Yep,
real.
he was
Yeah,
a
that's
real
pretty
little
cool.
robot.
Well, I don't think it was like how it moved the same. I don't know. Doesn't matter. Never
It was a
mind.
mix. Spider-Man though.
Mix, yeah.
Never mind.
But,
Yes. Anything else? Anything else about Spider-Man?
One thing I wanted to bring up is I was concerned about Zendaya, the actress playing in Spider-Man, because like I was like, she's not really a very good actress. I don't know how to look, and I was right. I hated her character so much. But
Who
not
is
because
this?
of MJ,
The main girl.
the new
Right?
Oh,
MJ.
okay.
Oh, MJ.
So it's not the main.
I
Yeah.
thought she was cute, but
She's-
I
I mean,
thought
she's
she
cute,
did- I
but,
thought
like-
she did fine.
I just don't like that kind of character. 'Cause I hate movies or people in real life who do this. I hate them too. When like it's somebody who just
hate
talks about
them.
how they just talk about how they're weird and like go out of their way to be
Yeah.
angsty and weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the edgy
When-
emo
That's who
kid
she
in high
is.
school.
yeah, it's like when
Exactly.
somebody defines
It's so
themselves.
annoying. All those girls who talk about like,
Oh,
sorry, what? Go ahead.
both stopped. I was gonna say like pretty much any type of person that like defines themselves as a word, that's annoying. When they're
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
I'm just an awkward person. Oh my god.
Or you know those girls who
Yeah.
are like,
Just
oh,
be
I'm so
awkward.
weird.
Don't
Oh, no
tell
one
me
likes
that.
That's
me.
annoying. Yeah.
I'm a troublemaker. Oh, I'm sorry. That's just how I am. Like, dude,
Those people
you're just,
that are fishing for like compliments or
yeah,
to
or just
go
trying to
against
be
what
Special
weird.
said.
snowflake.
I hate those people in general, and I hated that she was in that movie.
Just like
So-
keeps coming back down to I hate those people. I hate old
I
people.
hate people.
I hate old men.
I hate old people. I hate people who say that they're
people that
weird.
talk about themselves.
I hate people that hate people.
I hate those people the most. People who hate people.
Then
You
it turns
hate
out
people who
I hate
people.
myself.
Yeah, I was just saying. And then it kind of like turns
hate
out
me, I hate
Michael's
you.
like I hate
Circular.
myself.
Circular.
Full circle.
No.
That's right.
Literally.
Full circle.
So what did you guys think of that movie? You can be
I
honest.
think we just talked about it.
I think it was really good. I can't wait to see it again
Oh,
in
no.
IMAX. And when's
No,
the second
sorry,
one coming out?
I jumped topics.
2019, Shane.
No, I jumped.
Oh.
Wait.
Rip.
I jumped topics because someone said Full Circle, and so then it reminded me of the
Oh.
movie I sent you guys.
Oh, full cycle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
okay.
your movie.
It wasn't.
Oh.
Well, no, it's not
Well, not
my
your
movie.
movie,
I don't
but-
even want to take
Yeah,
credit
yeah.
for it.
Sorry. Let's
The
clear
movie-
it up.
the
It's not
movie
Luke's
that I-
movie.
that I hacked up.
We're talking about
movie-
fake
Luke-
movies
Luke
now.
helped.
Okay.
So,
Well,
The movie
so
that
just
I
to close
edited.
that up, Spider-Man was good. It had some faults, but overall we liked it, and we're excited to see where the story goes. And now Luke made a movie with his friends for the film festival called Full
And-
Cycle.
And the Reverend in it looks like you, Michael.
Apparently he does.
the Reverend.
Who's the
was-
Reverend? Is he like the bike thief guy?
No.
No.
Hippie-
Well,
hippie guy?
Just
the hippie
well,
at the
not to
Spoilers.
throw out spoilers for such a great movie.
Yeah,
But,
no one's gonna watch it.
There's a little twist at the end there.
The hippie
After
guy.
the credits scene with Captain America.
But I liked the short film, man. I thought like the style was really cool. I think it was hard to fit all the story you wanted to fit in like under 8 minutes.
Right.
Yeah, I think
But-
I enjoyed it too. I thought it was good for what it was.
But not the second one, apparently.
The second one, I think
Well-
I think I needed like acid or something because I didn't know
no,
what
the
was
second
happening.
one, whoever that girl who like was crying was very cringy. That's just from an
Yeah.
acting like side. I was just like, I don't know what she's doing.
I didn't
I'm
understand
like,
the
please
plot.
stop.
I think the second one. So the second one was like this girl with like this really like emotional friend, and then she was being really weird, and then I think it ended up that her friend was just in her mind the whole time. Is that
She's
how
a
it was?
schizoid.
Kinda.
So like
it was like
the main
a-
character was the crazy one.
Luke
It was
doesn't know.
Sigh.
there was like well the thing is it was
Luke's like, I edited the film. I don't know what's
that,
going
that
on.
really is kind of what it comes down to because like I just did my job. I just tried to do my job well, and so they kind of
Sounds
told
like
me.
you're quitting.
Well, yeah. I think
No,
I
I mean that's fair. That's fair.
I'm probably what I'm gonna do probably is get some of the actors and some of the writers, and then do my own thing, and just see where that kind of goes.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I liked Full
Full Cycle
Cycle.
too.
I think if
Cycle
you had
harder.
more time. If you had more time to flesh it out, like it's just like to
yeah.
have more
Well,
story.
it was
Well,
it would've
the
been
thing about
awesome.
that one is it was
This-
an easier movie to do because humor is pretty easy. It's pretty
Yeah,
easy to
I
make
will-
humors like funny humors. It's pretty easy to make funny movies.
Yeah, I thought
girl's
the
named
full
Brett.
cycle was like shot very well. I thought it
like
was
Brett.
edited really
Yeah.
well, but the script was very juvenile and
It was
very
very middle school.
very middle school and very like lack of context and content. Really,
Right.
It's like all she's doing is screaming at everyone for this bike. I'm like, you have a bike? I was like, I don't understand.
But I liked the girl named Brett.
Are we
She
allowed
was
to
funny.
spoil the ending?
Yeah.
because
It's not my
okay,
movie.
so
Well, Spider-Man's
the
not in your
best-
movie either.
so when she threw the shoe at the best friend, that's why I was like, okay, I can't take this seriously because
Actually, it's funny because
That's a really good shot.
that's actually
it's
not.
funny. No,
that's actually not her best friend. That's her date. Because progressive.
oh,
Wait,
I know.
that's even worse.
confused.
Then.
In the movie?
What?
That's even worse.
Wait.
It was funny because it was the best friend, but that's worse. You just threw a shoe at your date.
Yeah.
I'm so confused.
I know.
Oh,
Wait.
I know.
okay.
Brett?
No,
Yeah.
I get it now.
Brett went on a date with the girl whose bike was stolen?
No, the main girl was going to go
No,
on a
Brett
date
is
with
the main
other
girl, and she was going to go on a date with the girl who bought the bike from the guy who stole the bike.
Right.
Oh, yeah, I think I figured that
Okay.
out. I don't remember.
But I just
Wow,
thought
that's
that
really
was
good
so,
writing.
Like, yeah, it's so middle school. Like, oh, how am I gonna get this bike back? I'm gonna chuck this shoe and knock her out, and then take the bike.
Right.
I mean, that was your date. Just ask for the bike back. That could have been a
Did she
nice
not-
scene.
Did she not know that she was her date?
Yeah, it was supposed to be
She-
like
She did
online
know.
date.
They were on
She
the
was
phone.
on-
Oh.
She was on
Yeah.
the dating app.
She knew it was
thing.
her.
Oh yeah. Well,
Well, she saw her on the phone.
Yeah,
yeah. So then she should have known.
It
That's
doesn't.
dumb.
I don't know. It just.
she did. She
bad.
asked you, "Are you on a bike right now?" And the friend said, "Yeah." Or the date said, "Yeah," and then she chucked the shoe.
Yeah.
Oh, that's dumb.
I
Yeah,
tend
that's
to.
what I was like,
my-
okay.
my
Your
thing
movie
is-
sucked. I was kidding.
Well, the swooshing effects, Luke.
I
The
know.
editing was
Yeah, they're good.
Did you
Yeah, those
know-
are good.
Yeah, there's
The swooshes
so
were
many.
good.
There's so many tiny things in that edit that people will never notice, like volume.
The editing was
changes
okay.
and- Dude,
I gotta keep
here's the
grinding.
thing. Here's the thing. This was the one rewarding part of it. Like I told you that someone asked at the end of the festival, like, "Hey,
Yeah.
who edited that video?" But the other
Yeah.
thing was like, when it first started, I was kind of like taking the footage and editing it, and people kind of came over and they were like saying little things like, "Did you notice this?" Or like, "Maybe you should change this." And so then I just kind of was like, "All right, fine, here we go." Because it's kind of like if you were filming a movie, you know how you shoot it from two different angles, like you'd shoot one
Yeah.
actor.
Yeah,
and
sure,
shoot the other.
totally. I know how this works. Totally.
Tote shoot
Yeah,
movies all
you
the
do
time.
know this
I shoot
part.
all the
It's like you shoot with well, you shoot one angle and you shoot the other angle and then you cut them together.
Yes.
Right?
I
Yeah.
know that.
For dialogue. Brent,
Oh,
so here's the thing. If I was shooting one angle and then someone like walked up behind me and was like, "Wait, you need to shoot two angles." It's like, "Yeah, I know. I need to shoot one angle first and then I'll shoot the other angle." And it's like, "Yeah, but Luke, you know you have to shoot from two angles."
Like, yeah, I know.
Yeah, I haven't got there yet. That's kind of what it's like when you edit a movie, because a lot of the things, probably 99% of the things people will notice, I've probably already noticed, and I just haven't got to them yet.
Yeah.
So to kind of keep that from consistently happening, because they kept pointing things out, I just was like, all right, I'm just going to edit this, and I'm going to say everything out loud that I'm doing. You know, so I was talking about like, all right, I'm going to take this here. I don't like the way this cut works here, and I'm going to lower the volume in this point, but I'm going to bring it up here because this is the kind of their thought coming through, and then I'm going to cut the camera in this way. I don't really like this. Like, I just kind of started talking through it, and everyone just like stopped talking. Like for the rest of the day, everyone's like, all right, he knows what he's doing. We'll just leave him alone.
Yeah. Like,
And
yes,
that
leave
was
me
that was
alone.
pretty nice because I've just spent so much time getting like learning how to edit that it is one thing I am very good at, and so it's kind of nice just to be
Yeah.
like, look, I really know what I'm doing. Just leave me alone.
Yep.
But yeah, there's a lot of little
Yeah,
things.
that was good. I even liked the way the camera angles were. Like I liked a lot of the shots they were.
Yeah,
just,
it
start
was
from,
a
like,
lot
the
of- it
floor
was
and
a
go
lot of,
up and
like
swoosh.
glide cameras, which I get kind of
Yeah.
tired of sometimes. But I like blending glide cameras, but that's me.
I don't know what any of that means. So great.
Yeah, I don't know what a body camera is.
It's like it was just like that smooth whooshing camera.
I'm happy
Oh
for you.
yeah, okay.
I'm happy for
Yeah,
you.
or like if someone's talking and it, like goes right into their face, or it'll like start at their feet and like move to like a bigger.
The
like,
thing is,
area.
here's
Oh, that's the camera for that. I thought it was
the
just
issue. Well, it's not the camera, but it's like the rig.
It's a technique.
Okay.
Like,
Oh,
thing
to make
that-
it the smooth motion.
Right.
Okay.
The thing that I don't like though is so Michael Bay has a lot of cool camera angles,
We
But-
make shit movies.
but but I mean also he'll just do really cool camera angles for no reason. So it's like they're talking.
That doesn't make up the rest though.
I'm not even saying Brent. I'm
I
saying it's
know.
a bad example. Like it's bad.
Add more
I-
explosions.
And more helicopters.
Ruin things from people's childhoods from the 90s.
Oh.
Let's make horrible Transformers movies.
But
and
you know-
horrible
Yeah, I
Like-
don't know why they're still making those.
I mean, you guys
because
have
people suck.
you guys have all seen Breaking Bad, haven't you? The show.
Yeah.
No spoilers.
I'm not gonna spoil it, but like the way
Spoilers.
that
Shane
Shane has to
show,
wait for you.
the way that show is
no.
shot, it's like there's a lot of tripod stuff, but then at the right
Mhm.
time, there's a lot of movement in the cameras, and I like that, like the balance.
Mhm.
That's what I like doing. I don't like all the
Yes.
Spoiler: he has cancer.
I thought
Dang
Spoiler.
it.
you were about to say
Spoiler,
spoil.
there are
spoiler.
cameras.
Yeah, there's cameras.
Spoilers: he works at
Everywhere.
car wash.
That is a
I didn't
spoiler
know
for
that,
the first
actually. You
episode.
ruined it.
It's all in the first episode, so none of it matters.
The point.
Nothing really matters.
I would
but
watch
yeah.
it. That'd be spoilers of first episodes, or like
So-
the first 10 minutes of a movie.
So to jump topics, I was reading about some things earlier this week when it comes to different countries, and obviously America's different from other countries. Spoilers.
Oh shit!
And,
Really? That's
uh,
crazy.
I was hearing about Thailand. Apparently, like if you get caught with drugs, they like cut your hand off,
Yeah,
Oh wow.
and if you
Still?
insult
Cool.
the king, they chop your head off.
yeah. That's why
Very-
people
very old school.
like
Isn't that
the king tries to the king tries to do stuff. People who talk shit about him from other countries.
I mean, I would too if I was the king.
Yeah, but like if they're from other
Shane's like,
countries, what are you gonna do
it
about
makes
it?
sense.
I would.
Dude.
I would abuse the power, kill them.
Shane totally
Have
would.
you seen
I
him?
I watched some of Shane's and Luke's vlogs the other day, and I
Yay.
confirmed that Luke he just goes through life like just doing random stuff, and Shane just kind of like hates people.
I
So
don't
I've
hate
like
people.
figured out from their vlogs.
That sounds way better.
Shane, you're pretty.
Like-
You don't hold back, man.
I
like
look. I've held back my opinions for a long time in my life, and I said I'm over it. I need people to know how I feel.
He's like, if you don't say hello to me, you don't get a tip.
yeah. If you don't offer me a bag,
true.
you're a terrible person. You're inconveniencing my whole life.
I was at 7-Eleven yesterday, and
Oh, man.
this girl, she was on her phone, and she rung up my stuff, and she was sitting there on the counter, and she was like, "Do you need a receipt?" And I said, "No." Then she went back to texting, so I stared at her for like 5 seconds. I said, "Can I have a bag?" And she was like, "Oh yeah, of course." And she put my stuff in the bag, and she was like, "Okay, well, have a nice day." And I was like, "Yeah, sure."
And then you stabbed her.
No, I was like, no.
Then
man,
he
I said, "Look, I wish
he,
somebody
like, subtweeted
was
her.
here. I want to get people. I did. I think I did.
You like look at her phone. You look at her phone. You figure out what her Twitter is.
Yeah, I'm like, do you have Twitter? Like,
You just tweet
you
at
have
her.
Snapchat?
You suck at your job.
So yeah, but I kind of want to talk about that. So I was listening to Shane. For context, Shane has a YouTube channel called "This Is the New Year"
Damn.
on YouTube.
A
It's sweet.
plug. And in the podcast. All right. And so you can follow me.
Actually, yeah. Hold up. I want to say that before we get into that thanks Shane, because he literally plugs the podcast in like every
I
episode.
do. I talk
He
about
does.
it. I do.
I saw.
So anyway,
He's
so
a
Michael,
good
you,
child.
So you watched his. What were you saying, Michael?
Yeah, so I listened to Shane. I watched Shane's vlog about customer service, and basically he was talking about how when you go somewhere, like to a store or a restaurant, like the purpose of the people who are working there, like is to serve the customer and make sure that they get their things, like their food or their products, and that they kind of like have a good time while doing it. Like you want to like serve the customer, which I get, but at the same time I feel he kind of puts too much like I don't know pressure on them like to make his day awesome. That's just how it comes off.
No. Well, okay, and I can take that. But my thing is, I hate it. Okay, so I hated working customer service all 4 years that I did it. But it's not a hard job.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No,
it's not a hard
not
job
really.
to put my sandwich in a bag. So my thing is, it's like you can just do the simple effort
Well,
of doing
Yeah.
this
the
one
only thing that
to make
I
my life a little easier.
right, but the only thing that
I
I
would
was
do
thinking
it
about was
for
like,
you.
what if, especially because this is me living on the West Coast and everyone's sensitive.
Fake.
And
Oh, okay.
Well,
fake
okay.
on the East
and not,
Coast, too.
Not everybody. Not
East
everybody.
Coast,
I'm just
East
saying,
Coast.
East Coast is really cool, and I miss the East Coast. But
It's okay.
one of the
not
things
missing
that
much.
It's chill.
you guys don't live on the West Coast, so you don't know. Basically, maybe they were like, "Oh, well, let's not give them a plastic bag because we can save the environment."
And that's fine too. And I even said that if I understand because a lot of people don't really care about that stuff, but the option should still be given. If I want a bag,
She's like,
should ask
"Do
me
you
if
want to
I want a
hold
bag or
it,
not." Same
or
thing
do
with
you
the
want to
receipt.
kill the
the
environment?"
same thing with the receipt. Some people will literally take out your receipt and crumble it up and throw it away.
Yeah,
Like,
throw it
what
away.
if I wanted my receight?
Well, I actually have
Sorry,
the
it's
opposite
like, this is a
problem.
business
I pretty
expense.
much never want
Who
a bag.
uses a receipt? Who cares?
No,
Well,
I mean
for
no
business
one, but it's the same. But
expenses.
some people do. Some like my mom keeps all of her receipts for like taxes and all
Why?
that
Oh.
stuff.
Old people.
I don't know.
Well, one thing that I think is
Yeah.
funny.
So
I have the opposite problem of Shane. I never want a bag, and they're always trying to give me a bag, and I'm like, I don't need a bag for this one thing. I don't want to waste.
you'd be
I don't wanna
great
waste-
in the UC overseas.
I don't want to waste
because-
3 ounces of petroleum to carry my peanut butter jar.
Well, so in the UK,
And that's why they
this
start-
thing.
oh.
They started this thing where all plastic bags cost 5p.
Yeah.
which is,
See,
you
here's
know,
the thing.
like 5
Yeah.
cents or whatever. But so a lot of people have their own carry bags or whatever because they don't want to pay for that. And
That's-
I'm the lazy American. I was like, I don't give a fuck. Add 5p. I
It's like, what am I gonna buy? Half a stick of gum? Going for it. Actually,
Yeah,
the thing
like-
is too. Actually, they do that here too. They charge you for bags.
Well, yeah, you're on the
in-
West Coast. You're with the hippies, so
I know.
that makes sense.
I actually bring my own bags, like my own. Mostly,
Oh, you're such a hippie.
no. Here's why. Because nothing makes me more angry than like when a bag rips.
Oh no, I know.
It makes
Yeah,
and
it sucks.
so you can actually carry more in like the.
Yeah, you can.
So I just
No,
here's
I
the, I
don't
don't
actually
always
knock 'em. They're
if I
actually really good.
but if I don't bring them, then I'm like, yeah, screw the environment. Give me a plastic bag.
Oh yeah, totally. Would you like to put your one tiny item in a bag for 5p? You better believe it.
I do not. That's so annoying.
I'm
Like-
so lazy. Like,
You
I was
better
just saying,
believe it,
I was just
man.
saying, no, I can carry it myself. I got this. We're strong.
yeah, I guess. I'm
Wow.
lazy.
Yeah.
I'm
But
strong.
the whole purpose is, or my whole point now is that this is why I go to self checkouts now.
Oh,
because
they're so
I
good.
can give myself a bag.
Yeah,
And I
I
can
put
share-
shit.
There-
I'm in
actually-
control of my own shopping destiny.
There's some people that are like
My
really
stuff will
really
be in a
against
bag.
those.
Check
They're
myself out.
really against the kiosks and stuff because it's like basically the store is getting you to work for free.
That's fine. I don't care. I'll talk to somebody.
It's
So-
still kind of an
Plus-
interesting process. It's like, all right, fine, I'll go in, I'll
No,
get the
so-
stuff, and then I'll bring it out, and I'll ring it up, and then I'll pay for it, and I'll put it in the bag, and then I'll take it out for you.
Yeah, but then I can pack it the way I want. I know where everything is, and I don't put
Yes.
one item per bag. And
Yeah,
like have
self-checkout, it goes
800
way
bags.
faster.
So-
Way faster.
The only thing I
Because like,
don't
there's
like,
like there's 6 self-checkout kiosks in one place. So you
Yeah.
have like, you go 6 times faster. Sorry, what were you saying? I didn't mean to interrupt you.
the only thing I don't like is okay. So in Ohio, there's a store called Meijer. It's like Walmart, but we also have Walmart, so it doesn't even make fucking sense. But anyway,
Is it
So-
Fred? Is it Fred Meyer? Is that what it is? Is
No,
it called?
I-
It's called
I don't know.
Meyer.
Oscar Mayer.
MEIJER.
Oh,
Anyway, the headquarters is in Michigan, and fuck that state. But anyway, so there's a little like bar in the self checkout that you're supposed to put up when you're done, so you can start bagging shit, and the next person can go. People never use it, and so I have to wait for like the oldest human being alive to slowly pack all their stuff and slowly put it in the cart. And then when they're done, they're like, "Thanks for waiting." It's like you could have put the bar up.
So
Okay.
here's a real question: do you use the bar, or do you just out of
I
spite
do
of
use the
everybody
bar.
else
I
not use
do
it?
use the
Okay.
bar.
sometimes I
Dividing
just put
bar?
my stuff down
I use
anyway without the bar. Because who knows?
You're
Maybe
a
they'll
monster.
accidentally pay for my stuff. Whoops.
That's actually happened. Someone paid, well, not like that. Someone paid for my Subway sandwich one time.
Pay
because-
forward.
And then I got it for free. That was great.
Was that in New
That's
York?
Awesome.
No, it was in Florida.
Oh,
They give you a bag.
Florida people.
Yeah, it wasn't a bag. And the guy was like, I said, oh, I like pulled my card out, and the guy was like, the cashier dude, he was like, I mean, this guy already paid for it. I can't really charge you again. And I was like, okay, well, great.
You're really. What are you gonna be like? What? Oh, man.
Yeah, I
If it
know. I was
was-
like, oh man,
well,
I
it-
can't give you my money.
Good thing it was in the bag. Otherwise, Shane would be like, "Dude, you bought me this sandwich, and now I have to hold it
Yeah,
with my hands."
I would have
What?
let him have it.
That reminds me of a story I heard on the radio that they were talking about how someone at a McDonald's drive-thru was like, "I'm gonna pay for the person behind me," and that happened like all afternoon. It was like 50 people, but then someone eventually
Yeah.
was like, "No, I'm good. I'm not gonna pay
Yeah.
anyone."
That would have been me. That would've been, nope.
It just
pay for
ruins it.
myself.
Because like sometimes the guy behind you could be like a family of like
Yeah.
obese
Yeah,
children.
I want
Yeah, I know.
17
No, I know. This is
Happy
probably
Meals.
Oh, everyone's paying for everyone's
Five-
meal.
I
know
I'd like
someone-
1,600
Oh,
chicken
quarter
nuggets.
I heard there was this thing where the guy was going through the drive-thru and then he got up to the window where you were supposed to pay, and then he was like, "Oh no, sorry, I didn't order. I'm just trying to get through here." So then he just drove up. And took the next guy's food.
Yeah, that's
That's
Remy
hilarious.
Gaillard. That's the French dude. He
I
does
don't
a
know.
lot
I
of
don't know who it
pranks.
is. I just heard this story.
You should watch
Oh,
his
that-
videos. They're great.
There's a guy on YouTube. He actually goes to ODU in Virginia.
What?
I'm
I forget
sorry.
his name. It's like Magic with Rods or something like that.
What?
And he does like pranks, like drive-through pranks and stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
And he
Is
did
he the one with
video.
the car seat? Where he's like,
Yeah.
it's like no one's driving.
He went to
like
ODU?
a chair. Yeah. So
Oh,
Probably
wow.
Hey, what's
rich
up?
now.
when I worked at Busch Gardens, I saw him there. My friend was like, "Is that that guy from YouTube?" I was like, "I think it might be." So I went up to him. I was like, "Hey man, are you that guy from YouTube?" And he was like, "Yeah." Then I was like, I thought for a second. I was like,
Are
"Wait."
you that one guy from YouTube?
Well, then I thought I was like, "Wait, are you really that guy, or do you just get that a lot?" So now you just pretend to be him to be cool. And he's like, "No, I really am him." I'm like, "Whatever." I just walked away. And he's looking at me like, "What the heck, dude?"
It's funny.
That's
'cause
amazing.
It'd be like if someone
a great story.
asked you, think about it. If somebody asked you if you were the guy from YouTube, would you ever say no?
Yeah,
I would
be like,
say
"Yeah,
no."
I am."
I wouldn't.
I don't want to talk to people.
Dude.
I
Wait,
feel like
so
that's
have-
such
depends.
that's such
It
an
depends.
opportunity.
So that did happen to me once.
Well, I guess that's true.
You could take a picture with them. Just be like, who was that guy?
So-
I don't know.
Take a
So I saw this. I was at IHOP one time, and I saw this girl that I knew from like a homeschool group I used to go to. We weren't super tight friends,
Wait.
but like I hung out with her once or twice.
Did you go on field trips as a homeschool kid?
Yeah, we did. They actually were pretty awesome. We'd go to
Wait,
like,
how
homeschool field trips are better than public.
how do
school.
you have other? What? So
You
You're
just,
like-
No,
you just broke
well,
Brent.
well,
You like-
we all
you like-
we all have 12 siblings, so we just go.
oh,
like,
so
in
you're
large
Catholic.
groups. No, we're not Catholic. That's
Okay.
funny that you say that though, because I say that to all my Catholic friends.
Tell
But
your Catholic friends that you're Catholic?
well, like no, but like, I have friends who, like, I was like, oh, yes, I have tons of sisters. Like, yeah, because they're Catholic. I had a friend who had lots of brothers and sisters, but they weren't Catholic. I was like, are you guys
Oh, okay.
Catholic? But anyway,
It's actually gonna get me in trouble.
my
so-
family's got. I got a bunch of brothers and sisters, and we're not Catholic.
I actually have one sister. But
Wow,
like,
Luke,
Yeah,
why
but
aren't you guys
Luke, you're
Catholic?
crazy.
there are a lot of like homeschool co-ops, like groups of
Yeah, yeah,
homeschoolers
yeah.
that get together and they like all go on field trips together, or they have like they'll meet like once a week to
Is
do
it so
some
you're not
classes or
lonely?
stuff. Yep, exactly.
It's so you can learn social skills. It really is.
But,
Ah.
I mean, actually, I had a lot of friends outside of homeschool group. Instead of all my
yeah,
other
you
homeschool
seem
friends.
like you did well in homeschool, so it seems
most
like it works.
Yeah,
most
there's-
homeschoolers
there's
are pretty
one-
well socialized.
There's people that are homeschooled, and then there's homeschoolers.
Yeah,
I
it's
think
all
I've
homeschool
noticed
kids.
that I have a lot of friends that are homeschooled. I feel like they're more like socially ready, like after homeschool. Like when they're in homeschool, I feel like they have no social skills like whatsoever.
Well, for me, it was like since I never was with the same kids every day, it was more of an effort to make friends.
Okay.
So I just became good at making friends. Like I'd go somewhere like
Right.
to see the fireworks and then make like 8 friends. We'd all be hanging
start
out.
talking
Like,
to
Hey, actually, that's funny
Yeah.
because like I mentioned it before that the only reason Michael is on this podcast is because him and I randomly started talking at a wedding.
yeah, like one time.
That's
Like,
pretty
I just
great.
go up to
Because,
people and I'm
like,
like, hey, I'm
because-
Michael.
Don't say
This
it
is what I
like
do.
that.
Wait,
That's awesome.
what's wrong with?
You met him at a wedding. He's not on the podcast because you just randomly talked
No,
to him.
no, he is because that's the only place I ever met him.
Oh, it's the only time you ever talked
Yeah.
to him?
Well, no,
We
I've
have a lot
seen
of- we have a lot of
him.
mutual friends,
Yeah,
but we never really hung out.
so like I've know people that he's in a band, or that I don't know if you're still in a band with him, but I've known people before that you were in a band with, and then you and I know a lot of different people that are in bands.
Yep. And I knew the Krauses. I saw Chris in one of your videos.
Yeah. Yep. So,
So-
but anyway, what I was gonna say is like I went to this wedding, and I knew the bride and groom, but I didn't really know anyone else at the wedding, so it was kind of awkward.
Mm-hmm.
And so then I was kind of like floating around, like, hey, and I was still kind of young, so I wasn't like as good at just like kind of going up to people and just starting to chit chat. So it was just kind of that awkward floating, and somehow I didn't
love
have
that
anyone
you
to
make
sit with.
noises when you float.
I could. Maybe that'd get me some attention. So I went into the wedding, and then I sat down next to Michael and his sister. And then we just started talking about I think we were talking about like the flyers. Actually, we
I had
didn't
no idea.
I remember we didn't even talk until the wedding was over. We were walking out of the wedding.
No, I remember
And-
there's a picture of us like eating food together. I
Yeah.
just saw it today.
No,
like,
oh,
memory
I
or
mean
something.
just
Are you getting
just
food
the
together,
ceremony.
or are you just standing next to each other in a line?
We were talking and like we were in a picture.
I mean,
So,
like, it
I felt
wasn't-
like we were really close.
It wasn't like
For
the
me, it was magical.
It wasn't yeah.
We were best friends.
It wasn't the wedding itself wasn't over, but the ceremony was over.
Yeah.
and then we
you
got
don't talk
food,
during the
and,
ceremony
like,
anyway.
I bring that story up to people when I'm like, usually I don't instantly become friends with somebody, except for like with you, because we just started
Except for me.
talking and we just like clicked really, really quickly. It was really funny.
I
makes me
forced
feel really
Luke
good.
to be friends with me.
Did you really? Wasn't I kind of? Didn't you guys think I was kind of a jerk when I
Luke
first?
loves me because he wants to. He loves Shane.
Yeah,
'cause
but
Shane made
I
him.
always
Just said
encourage you to hang
yeah.
out with us.
I know you.
I was like,
all
Luke,
you
you should
theater,
come to this.
because I was in
Luke.
with Shane. I was in a theater class, which I wasn't even supposed to
playwriting
go
class.
to.
Oh, really?
No. But I needed the extra credits in school, so I had to take something. So I almost didn't even meet Shane.
True.
Wow.
Wow. Interesting.
Side
Funny how
note,
life works.
I want to tell that story real quick that I started to tell, and then we'll go back to this conversation because it's really funny.
Oh,
So I saw this girl that I kind of knew. And I went to her. I was like, "Hey,
yeah,
Brianna,
that's
how's this going?" She's like, "Oh my gosh, are you that guy from College Humor?" I was like,
Yes, I am.
"No, I'm Michael. I know you."
why would the guy
No,
from
I'm
College
Michael.
Humor just walk
Like,
up to her?
We went to she was like we went through a maze at Busch Gardens together. And she was like on my arm, like afraid. Like I knew her like very well. I was like, "What the heck?"
It's funny.
No, not that guy. Plus, I think that guy is ugly, so I'm kind of offended you said that to me.
I'm trying to think
Secondly,
of which- I think I
I
know which
actually
guy
know
that
you in
is.
real life. Amir. Can you hear me? I think he's like an Indian guy.
Wait, what?
He also
You don't-
has a beard and
you don't
glasses.
look that much like
What?
him.
What's happening? I
The-
spaced
who
out for a
she
second, I
compared me
guess.
to.
I don't know what's happening.
Michael
So
apparently looks like an Indian guy.
Okay.
Yeah, and this person that I knew in real life saw me in public and thought I was a guy from YouTube.
Oh, I get that now.
But I knew them.
I felt like I missed a step for some reason. I was
Very good. But anyway, so Luke and his friendships, he met Shane in college by accident.
Yeah, I wasn't
And
Shane.
he and I hung
So
out like
Shane,
one time.
I met him through like the theater class, and I was like the grounded math person with all these theater people.
Well, and I talked to Luke a lot because this is back when I was like a huge theater snob. I've become more of like
Yeah, you
a
guys are
film snob
like,
now.
you guys were like, do you
And
guys
we
want to
would
see the
always argue.
Tonys? And I was like, who's Tony?
Luke,
How many of them are there? The Tonys?
yeah, no, me and Luke would always argue over like film and theater, but then I came over to the film side, so whatever. But
I met Luke in a math class.
Yeah. Yep. Linear algebra. Oh, man.
Yeah, that was fun. I use that skill all the time.
Dude, that class was. I tell people, I was talking to somebody back when I was in that class. I posted something.
I did
on-
like our professor though.
Yeah. Yeah. We're all. Well,
I still
just
talk.
Fun fact,
I
we're
still
all.
friends with him.
Yeah. We're all friends with
Carpenter?
him on Facebook.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yep.
spoilers.
God, John, I was trying
Tracks
to
them.
avoid names.
We in that class. It's funny because it's called linear algebra, and so I had said something.
It's not very
about
linear at all.
And then someone had come up to me later who knew me when I was a lot younger, and it was like a mom, and she was like, "Oh, Luke, aren't you? How's everything going in school?" And she's like, "Our class is going away. Aren't you like, aren't you working on like that math class or something? Because you're not very good at math, right?" And I was like,
Damn.
and I was like, "Wait a minute." No, I'm really good at math. I like suck at everything else. And she was like, "Well,
That's all I'm good at.
I thought you said you were struggling in algebra." And then I was like, "Okay." There's algebra, and then there's linear algebra, and there's literally nothing in common except for the names. And like one is harder than calculus.
Mhm.
At least I think so. I thought linear algebra was harder
Yeah,
than calculus.
I didn't do well in that.
Calculus is hard. Linear algebra was hard. Much of
I did well in my
math nerds.
computer science classes, and I didn't do well in much else.
Yeah, I remember that. C's get degrees.
My fucking physics class. I tried so hard in physics, and I got a C, and then I didn't try at all in the second semester, and I got a C.
I didn't.
It
try
made
that
no
on
sense.
physics.
I remember you telling
It
me.
made no sense.
It's like that's what
I
changed
think your best
it.
is just also your worst.
You can
In
try.
physics, for sure. I'm not good at that subject at all.
I'm actually pretty
I
good,
signed.
good at
I
physics.
signed up for physics just to make the bottle rockets. That was the one.
See,
reason
I didn't
why
have that
took
class. I
physics.
had some
Oh.
weird dude
Bottle
that I didn't
rockets.
understand.
One thing I loved about my school, I went to a Bible college. I was pretty small, so like most people were like people who couldn't get into regular college, besides me, and like I just chose to go there. But like they would grade stuff on a curve, and I would just dominate because I would usually get
That's-
one of the highest grades.
Was it like the Canadian scale? Like 80 is an A?
It'd be like it's
No,
80.
it'd be like you would curve it
No,
so
it'd
like
be like
the lowest grade would be an A, right?
Oh,
I think it's like if you are no, I think it's so say there's like 10 people in the class, and
No, it's
if,
based off the highest grade.
I think it's based off the difference between your grade and then the person behind you's grade.
What?
like, if
Well, why doesn't everyone as a class just fail?
Because like, all right, so say like
And
say I
the
get
one,
an 80.
oh, you're the one
So-
student who messes that up.
No. It's like if I get an 80 and the next person behind me gets like a 70, then I get 10 more points. I think.
What?
I don't remember.
That's
I did really well though.
fucking
No,
Except for when I
what the hell's
did.
happening?
it's supposed to boost the people who suck.
Yeah,
Yep.
no, but I
No,
mean,
no,
like,
no.
Yeah.
wow.
I thought I just know. Like, cool, like there was like one girl in my class who couldn't spell giraffe, for instance.
Oh,
Is that why
like,
she
you're
needed
not-
the help?
you're not selling this college at all.
But
Is that what
Yeah,
they teach
but no,
you in
but, like, there are a lot of
Bible
really smart people
college?
there.
How to spell things like animal names?
Come to
Yes,
Bible
when-
college.
when you're
Learn how to
going over
spell giraffe.
Noah's-
Yeah,
what
Ark,
animals
you
did Noah
gotta
have on the
spell
ark?
the animal.
Noah's Ark. It's like now,
Exactly.
now how do you? There was 2 giraffes. Now how do you spell it? I don't
No,
know
like,
if I
it
can
was
spell
definitely-
giraffe.
It was definitely a mix, like
G-I.
of people. GIF or GIF.
Sure,
No, it's GIF. It's GIF. The creator's wrong. It's GIF.
he is wrong.
But
Took too long.
yeah, Bible college. It was cool.
Bible college.
All right, guys, we need to wrap this up because this has been going on for a little while. So anybody have anything that they want to plug? Shane, why don't you go first?
Sure. As Michael mentioned before, my YouTube channel, This Is the New Year, just posted 2 new videos this past week talking about why I hate being like a role model for kids. Michael, I don't hate kids. I love kids. And my Twitter is Mr. McCatty, MRMCCHETY. And yeah.
Okay, Michael, why don't you go for it?
Um,
Actually, hold up. This is gonna be awkward.
Oh, wait. I do have something else.
Because
I have
then
something else.
Brent
Okay.
and John aren't gonna say anything, and then it's just gonna be me. So go ahead, Shane.
I don't have anything to plug either besides.
Oh,
my,
no.
Well, it's kind of a plug. Well, it's kind of also like a pat on the back, I guess, too. But my play that I directed and wrote for my Bible camp, our second performance is tomorrow, and I'm going to try and record it so I can put it on
Oh,
my
wow.
YouTube channel.
Sweet.
So,
Awesome.
yes,
Whoa.
that's the goal. So I got to play, maybe coming soon.
Nice, awesome. So Michael, you don't want to plug your Instagram or your Twitter or anything like that?
Oh yeah, my Instagram, Michael Demas, MYKOL. See my adventures. I have some stuff that'll be happening within the next year or so, but right now nothing. So just keep an eye out on that, and on there you'll see everything that I do.
Also, Shane, I wanted to say that I liked your energy in this latest one. You were like more kind of like upbeat. I think it worked well. So FYI, keep doing that.
Oh, thanks. I just try and be myself.
Good. Well, okay. Well, don't do that. No. People are like,
Well, that's
whatever you
rude.
can do, don't be yourself. John and Brent, do you guys have anything?
Nope. Just doing adult things, like buying a house.
I would say that's it's coming along.
Everyone go check out Brett's house. Everyone go check out Brent's house.
Everyone
I'll,
check
the
out
address
Brent's house.
is.
Whoa. We'll talk about that more next time.
Okay.
Maybe.
Yeah, I'd love to hear.
See.
I'd love to hear about that because I've never done it. So
Yeah,
It's weird.
Yeah.
It's
That's
well, not
fine.
weird. It's different.
it's
The
interesting
stuff
because
you have to go through.
you're going through all the different stages because you got married and then you're gonna buy a house and then the
I
next
know
thing
being
is
adults crazy. Everything
kids,
happens all at
man.
once. Oh well.
that's what's next, man.
that's a little further down the line.
Yeah.
Still,
I'm
but
like,
it's still like the next part if you do
Oh,
it.
well,
Some people, I know a lot
yeah.
of people that don't. I'm like, why would you not want kids? What are you gonna do? Just be old?
well, all your money is yours.
Just
So
be
Buy
old.
expensive cars, do drugs.
I eat too much to feed another couple humans in my house.
Oh,
Can't
no.
afford them. All right, John. Anything that you want to plug?
No, my life is uninteresting.
Oh.
That's good.
John's my favorite.
Okay, so you can follow me on Twitter at Luke Roxwold, ROCKSWOLD. That's how you spell my last name. Same for Instagram, Luke Roxwold, and then you can find my vlog channel, Luke Roxwold Vlogs, on YouTube. And remember, you can listen to this podcast on iTunes, SoundCloud, and YouTube. And yeah, I think that's it. So thanks everybody. I guess
Cool.
we'll have our after podcast meeting and then figure out what we're doing for the next episode because this is one of our goals is to get to 5 episodes.
Ew.
Let us know what you guys
Goal
thought,
accomplished.
and yeah, we'll see you guys in the next episode.
Bye. Have a good day.
Peace out.
Outro music.
Play Spider-Man music.
But yeah,
Yeah, there you go.
Spider-Man music.
Get some ad revenue from some.
Perfect.